Hello, welcome back to another update. I know I didn't upload yesterday because, well, I do a schedule now, which is a video a day, skip the next day I do a video, so on. Unless, of course, we get some special occurrences like Tropical Depression 11 down here, which will most likely go on to become Tropical Storm Josephine, as we can see here. I didn't look at the forecast discussion, but to save time, around this point is at 40 miles per hour and on the threshold of weakening to a tropical depression. Now, as we'll see on the satellite imagery, we'll see some stuff with this. But for now, we're just going to look at the National Hurricane Center. Elida is now actually a Category 2 hurricane. Like, when I did the video 2 days ago, it was a tropical storm still. Now, in the Eastern Pacific, we can see that there are two areas of interest, right? 4, actually. An area of interest right here with 80 miles, 80% chance, 80% chance, 60% chance, 30% chance. So, yeah. The Eastern Pacific is pretty active, and the reason behind that is because there's actually a lot of upward motion in this area, actually. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is actually a MJ... what is it called again? I'm just going to call it a Kelvin wave. So there is a Kelvin wave, I guess you could say. I don't think it's actually a Kelvin wave. I think it's similar to a Kelvin wave. An MJO, I think, is actually in this area, I believe. In the Central Pacific, let's see if there's anything. Yeah, the only thing in the Central Pacific is this thing right here. And that area of upward motion is actually eventually going to creep its way up into the Atlantic. It's already somewhat in that area. So all it's got to do is come over here, lower the wind shear, all that you need to do, and boom, you got a lot of waves coming off Africa, probably developing, you know, hurricane season. Now here's the infrared for Elida. We can see it's looking pretty organized, got a lot of the bands to it. Except for those later frames where, again, it decays, mainly because there's some colder waters in this area. It has a pretty good well-defined eye, too. Forgive me for the slow progress of the images. Here's the satellite imagery. Now, this thing looks gorgeous. You can see it looks really organized. And we can clearly see that center right there, the eye. Clearly a Category 2. Now, over here is Tropical Depression 11. We can see that it's got a blow-up of convection in this area, which I believe right there is the center, if I am not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the center. Yeah, I think it's right there. And here is the thing right here. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. See, I believe there's like 20 knot wind shear coming at it from this side. And that's really tilting the system, which has exposed its eastern side and pushed almost all of its convection over here. But that's expecting to lighten up, but eventually the wind shear is going to get really high, up to like 30 knots, and really just tear this thing apart. But again, this could pull a Hannah. Not saying it won't, you know. Tropical depression, predicted to be tropical storm, a weak one actually, to Category 2 hurricane. Yes, I am one of the Category 2 believers. Now, here's actually something to mention. NOAA actually predicts up to 25 named storms, 11 hurricanes, 6 majors. You know what that is? That is a hyperactive... I don't even know how to spell hyper right now. Okay, yeah, I'm just kidding now. Let's spell hyper. Let me spell it real quick. Boom. Hyper. Hyperactive season. Now, if we can see actually here, it's actually 3 behind 28, which is the tropical storms of 2005. So NOAA predicts we're going to get up into the Greek alphabet this year. And that's saying something. So this is the end of today's update. I'd like to thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day. Now, real quick before I end, I would like to thank you all for subscribing. I've checked my YouTube studio today, and I have 27 subscribers. I'm not showing off or anything. I'm just saying that thank you all. It really means a lot to me. I haven't grown this fast since when I first started the channel, where I gained 4 subscribers in a day. I'd like to thank you all for that. Now, and have a good rest of your day.